This is Redford'sRundown.com first interview right here. And it's always a good day when you're with three of Xavier basketball's finest members. Closest to me, I have Johnny, the Italian Stallion Mazza, Joe, Team Wolf Hughes, and Kevin, Nighthawk Feeney. You guys are the self-proclaimed three-headed monster. Now, can you tell me a little bit about that? Who started that?
Well, we like to each think of ourselves as our own monster. Combined together, walk-ons get in at the same time of the game, minute left in the game, you're up by 40 points. When you go through a scouting report, they don't cover the walk-ons at the end. So it's kind of like you're getting hit with a three-headed monster that you're not prepared for all at one time. It's not like Joe Hughes checks into the game, puts up 10, 20 points. Johnny Mazza comes in, does his own thing, and then myself. It's, you're getting hit with
the three-headed
voltage
monster
at one point in time, yes.
Oh, yeah, hearing that, the nickname makes so much sense at this point. So with that success, you guys talk about being the three-headed monster. I was talking to Tom Iser, and if you guys don't know him, he's the media guy here at Xavier. And he said this year are the most pictures that they've ever had in the Xavier media guide in history. Do you think that's due to your guys' success together as the three-headed monster?
Well, I'll take this one, Mr. Redford.
Okay, Joe, thank you.
I think, simply put, we're just the three best-looking walk-ons in the nation.
Being walk-ons, people really want to know. I mean, game day, you're not necessarily going to get the minutes that the scholarship guys get. So take me through a normal day of practice. What are you guys going through on a day-to-day basis?
A daily day of practice for the three-headed monster. We start off with a warm-up, full court warm-up, where we get involved, we get layered up, a little sweat going. The whole team's involved, and just starts us off for practice. After that is when the three-headed monster really gets a lot of playing time. We do breakdown drills where it could be three-on-three with the three-headed monster along the perimeter. Doing a little passing game where we pass and cut.
Right.
And the starters like Terrell and Mark Lyons and Dante, those guys are out guarding us. That's when we really go hard for about 30 minutes at the beginning of practice, and then it kind of plummets.
But at the same time, you always have to be ready, right? I mean, if someone goes down, if someone's get hurt, you always have to pay attention and be ready to jump in at any time.
Brad, if I may,
Yeah.
Joe Hughes really stepped up to the challenge today. We're down, and Jamel has this injury at the moment, so we're down big men. Right. Joe Hughes, a 6'6", undersized big, steps in. It's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog. Joe Hughes, embodies that and came in and did one heck of a job of practice today. I'd like to think, and I'm sure Coach Mack would agree with me.
Based on with how many guys you have and how many guys are eligible to play, you got a lot of downtime. So what do you do with that downtime? How do you stay focused? How do you stay in practice and in the game?
Times when we're not involved in every drill, we always compete with free throw competitions. When we split up white and blue and see, out of 28 free throws, who can make the most free throws. Never are all three of us on the same team. So when we're not participating necessarily in the shooting of the free throws, we're there encouraging, and I know I'm looking down to their end of the court. If we've made 8 in a row or so, I'll let them know that they're in trouble. Give them maybe one of these or something, and it's always returned with something back. So, it's we kind of have a non-verbal communication throughout most of practice.
I want to know what the three-headed monster is doing on game day. What are you guys doing to get mentally ready, physically ready, but also celebration ready? What techniques are you taking when Kenny Freeze makes a big dunk or when Terrell Holloway makes a big-time play, floater in the lane? What do you do?
That's a great question.
I guess the most important thing on game day is to get a really good stretch in.
Yeah.
I've got a couple from the bench. You don't have much room on the bench. So
Can you show me a few, please? Can you show me a few? Give you a little room here.
Actually, should we get in our original bench alignment? We have our own order for every game. It actually goes.
Let's see the order. Let's make it game realistic here.
Joe.
Usually I've got a guy right here.
Okay, I'll slide over.
I don't have
much
room. But to get the hamstring.
Yep.
And the calf.
It's a deep stretch.
Deep stretch.
Yeah.
Deep. All right. So you can do that. Get a couple seconds in. Do that. It's got to be quick stretch. You don't know how much time you're going to have.
Well, the nice thing about that is you don't have much room on the bench, but those are something you've picked up.
True.
And then your hamstrings
got
loose.
one more for you.
Okay.
This one works the glutes. So you just got to push down.
Right.
It's a good stretch.
Good,
Switch
great
up.
stretch.
Modified butterfly.
Yeah.
Good. And then, another one works the back a little bit.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's a quick pop.
Yep. What are your favorite techniques? Can I go to Nighthawk on this one? Big dunks, big plays. What's your favorite? Do you like to do the Tiger Woods pump? Do you go with 5 claps in a row? You're the Tiger Woods pump?
You know what? I've been known to do the Tiger Woods triple slam on the floor, assuming that the basket is
Right.
made on the far end.
Right.
I'll give it one like,
Right.
and then a stamp at the end.
That is very emphatic. Now, Nighthawk, what do you enjoy doing?
I don't like to lock myself down to one move.
Right.
Kind of with whatever. I'll go with whatever I'm feeling at the time. I do like to involve the legs. I like to involve all walk-ons. The whole monster. I like to shake Johnny, maybe even hit Joe in the back of the head.
Right.
And that always stirs.
Right.
Secret celebration.
I would. Are you gonna show me, or are you gonna tell me?
I'm gonna do the narrating, and my 2 monsters are gonna do the demonstration.
Okay. Let's see it.
It was last year in the NCAA tournament against Kansas State. Some of you may remember that game. It was a double overtime thriller, and I believe at one point Terrell Holloway drove to the bucket and had an and one fadeaway from like 15 feet. And Joe, I'm gonna ask you to get on your knees.
Okay. One knee or 2?
2 knees.
2 knees.
And pretend Feeney has a towel. Feeney.
I was like this.
Kevin,
Okay.
Nighthawk hit Joe by the neck.
Wow.
As Joe was growling.
It's more like this.
It was more like that.
Easy. All right.
You know
Couldn't
what?
breathe for a while.
And during such an intense time to, be very excited about what was going on, and to look to my right and left and just see a towel wrapped around Wolfman's neck was just truly remarkable, and probably something I'll never forget.
We've had a lot of fun with this interview today, but these guys really do a great job for the Xavier basketball team. So we're going to end on a serious question here. What would you tell the other walk-ons who want to come here or anywhere else in the country? What would you tell them, heading in as a freshman or trying to make the team as you guys did as juniors?
Oh, you each just answer that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Well, let's just make it.
Well, I'd say you just have to, work really hard. Just be a team player, and you have to be able to clap very loud.
Awesome.
Just be willing to work your hardest every day. Always show up on time, and have a great attitude, because there's going to be a lot of days where things may not be going right off the court, but when you step on the floor, make sure you're ready to go.
And I would say, as a student for 2 years, and then now being a part, of the basketball team also for 2 years, if there ever is a chance for a walk-on tryout, I would recommend doing it for sure, because as much downtime as you have, it's just a regular student. As cool as that is, doesn't even compare to just the overall awesomeness of being on the team. So that's my advice.
I think that pretty much sums it up. Great answers from all these 3 young men right here, and Nighthawk, Italian Stallion, and Team Wolf. Thank you for your time, and that's the first interview for RedfordsRundown.com.
1, 2, 3.
Tech.